Hey, it's Jeff here. Welcome to NEBR. And today I'm in Maine because I stopped at one of my favorite beer stores in Maine, picked up a bunch of Maine beers. I'm going to review one in just a moment, but I figured it was a perfect day to come to the beach. 27 degrees, snow flurries, cloudy, high tide. Why not stop by Wells Beach in Wells, Maine for a few minutes before going back to the beer review? Got to do it at least once, right? All right, hang around. I'm back home from Maine, and today I'm going to talk about Foundation Brewing Venture, a double IPA from Portland, Maine. And the alcohol by volume on this is 8% ABV. Foundation has been around 3 years maybe. They and Bissell Brothers used to be located side by side in the same building, and then Bissell Brothers expanded, moved to their own building, and then Foundation took over the old Bissell Brothers area, and now they've doubled the size of their brewery. This is a pretty fresh can. You can look at the bottom here. It is dated. On the bottom, it's dated March 9th, 2017. And I'm reviewing this on March 10th, so can't get a whole lot fresher than that. And I've had a bunch of beers from Foundation. I have talked about a few of them on my channel, but not a lot of them. Foundation is very interesting. They do everything in cans. They also sell growlers, and they have a small brewery, and you know, it was really interesting when Foundation and Bissell Brothers were side by side, because you kind of bounced around. Then literally about 100 yards away from those two breweries is a place called Auburn City, then also Allagash. I mean, you have this little kind of neighborhood of beer breweries. So let's give it a pour into the glass and check it out. Foundation does distribute around Maine. You can't get their beer outside of Maine. So there's the pour. Okay, let's take a look at this. Hi, neighbor, into my Narragansett glass. Oh, take a look at that hazy, yellow, juicy-looking, pulpy-looking color with this decent-sized white head up top here. Foamy, really foamy, kind of bubbly, busy carbonation going up the glass. The aroma. Whoa! Whoa! Orange, tangerine, fruits, tropical fruits for sure. Pineapple, yes, definitely pineapple. The fruits on this are amazing, fruity sensations. It's brewed with Pilsner malts. Actually, this is something that they give all the information on the side of their can. I'll read it to you right here. It says here that this is brewed with Pilsner, Maine-grown malt, and wheat and oats. And the hops are Cascade, Chinook, Columbus, Eldorado, and Mosaic. 8% ABV, 58 international bittering units. And final gravity, 1012. So people who love to know all that statistical information about their beer, you can find it right on the can. So back to the beer itself, and I'll tell you, I told you those fruity characters are really unbelievable. Orange, tangerine, pineapple, juicy fruits, and maybe a distant sort of basic toasted bread character underneath it all, but the fruits are what are really forward on this. And it's really sweet. It's got a really sweet, juicy fruit character on this one. 8%, no booze on the nose. So let's take a taste. Ooh. Okay, whoa, that's got a nice bitter bite, 58 IBUs as I mentioned. So it's got a nice bitter bite. The fruitiness, it's kind of pulpy, it's kind of pithy, it's like rindy. I don't know how to describe it, but it's got this definite fruitiness, juicy fruitiness, a pulpy sort of fruitiness, and not a pulpy body. The body's probably in the medium range. But it feels like I've been chewing on some, like the innards of some kind of a fruit. And, so I'm getting a sort of a real nice, decent bitter finish at the end. Lingers not too long, just briefly actually. But the taste, again, a good toasted Pilsner, toasted bready type character, toasted white bread, and like a cereal sort of character in here as well. But that's sort of underneath everything, because really what you're getting is a very fruity hop characteristic. And it's got a nice bitter bite. And after a couple of sips, I've had a few sips here, after a few of those sips, the bitterness seems to linger more and more. So it's one of those evolving kind of beers. Ooh. But the orange and the pineapple and the tangerine, nectarines, those fruity characters are big and forward in the taste as well as the aroma. And this is really a nice beer It's something that I think people who love this style, this is a popular style, the New England IPA, people like to call it, where they really have these hazy, cloudy, unfiltered looking beers that have a big, juicy, fruit-forward character. This is right in that category, I gotta say. So if you like that style, and you know, I like the style, but if you really like that, a lot of people really love the style. That is, people go all over the place looking for Bissell Brothers and going up to Vermont to pick up some of the hop beers such as Lawson's and from the Alchemist, and they come to New Hampshire looking for Stoneface and you know, there's a lot of these type of breweries that put out these really hopped up beers, and Venture from Foundation is right in the same category, but the fruitiness is more sweet. It's definitely got a really juicy fruitiness, almost out of a can kind of fruitiness. And I'm not trying to say that in a bad way. I'm trying to figure out a way to define it, because it's got a real fruity character, sort of like, you know, if you open up a can of pineapples, sliced pineapples, for example, and you have the juice inside there that's left over from the sliced pineapples, then you get kind of a, you can sort of, you know, well, maybe you don't do that, but I like to drink that down, and I'm getting that kind of vibrant fruitiness in the taste of this beer. So, decent beer from Maine, from Foundation. This is their Venture. Really like it. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you again next time.